Hey guys, it's Russell from IDK How To, and here I am with another unboxing, this time with a motherboard. So this is the MSI Gaming 7, so this is going to be the backbone of my new gaming rig, so really looking forward to that, super excited. So we're going to do a quick tour outside of the box first. As you can see, actually, that's missing, sent it in for a mail-in rebate. Those are super important, got to keep an eye on those. So flipping it over. So as you can see on the front as well, it was a Z97 chipset, so it supports the latest 4th generation and 5th generation Intel Core processors. So it's an LGA 1150 slot. A couple of key features that they're really trying to advertise is this audio boost. It's actually super cool. You can read more about it, but so they have some of the highlights here. So they're high quality audio capacitors. Audio insulation line. So what that is that the audio board, I'll show you guys later, is actually a separate PCB than the motherboard, and that reduces the interference and all that kind of stuff. So you get nice, crisp, clear audio, which is super important. Yeah, and then their high quality audio amplifiers. They're golden audio jacks for better contact. And direct audio power, and their EMI, or electromagnetic interference shielding. Another thing which is actually really important with gaming rigs is their killer E220 game networking. So what it actually does is it prioritizes game network traffic versus everything else. So if you have downloads in the background or something else like that, it actually prioritizes your game, so it reduces lag. So that's super cool. And USB audio power. This is really interesting because actually it delivers a constant, you can see the differences in the lines here, a constant 5 volts versus traditional USBs, which is 4.6 volts, and it looks like a little bit of a sine wave. So so that's, again, for nice, crisp, clear audio with no interference. Looking back up to some of the quick specs, we're just going to read some of these. So it's rocking 3 PCIe slots with 4th and 5th gen Intel Core processors. Does that even make sense? Or graphics there? Anyways, so at the back of it, it's got a DisplayPort, 2 HDMIs, and requires processor graphics in order for that to run, obviously. 4 DIMM slots for DDR3 up to 3200 megahertz overclocked. That's for your RAM. 8 SATA 6 gigabit per second ports. Support for RAID 0, 1, 5, and 10, which is awesome because I'll probably end up running 2 hard drives in a RAID 0 just for increased performance, but more on that later. And then a total of 10 USB 3.0s and 6 USB 2.0s. Like, that is ridiculous. It's the most I've seen in any board. I haven't really looked, but that's awesome. And then again with its killer E220 2205 gigabit Ethernet and their 8-channel or 7.1 HD audio surround. Also, some other features that they've got rocking on this board. Obviously, it's a gaming, so it's a multi GPU compatibility. So I believe this is 2-way SLI or 3-way crossfire. Have to check on that, but I think that's it. So 2-way SLI, 3-way crossfire. Again, there's Sound Blaster Cinema. That's just one of their applications for better on-ear, like when you're using a headset, better on-ear audio and all that kind of stuff. Their gaming app, which is kind of cool. If you open it up, you can actually select between overclock mode, gaming mode, and silent mode, and it will change the clock speeds of your processor and RAM and all that kind of stuff. So you can set all that up. Also, this motherboard comes with a free 6-month premium license to XSplit Gamecaster. So that's all for all you streamers out there. If you want to use Twitch or something like that, that's gonna be kind of cool. I might use that. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the outside of the box. Nice high quality packaging, exactly what I would expect from MSI. Super clean. I love this branding here. That's awesome. Also, it's like the box is mainly a matte black. You see this this shimmery, glossy printed circuit board look. That's kind of cool. All right, so moving inside. Let's see this way. All right, this is exciting. All right, so that's the motherboard itself. We're gonna get to that a little later. All right, so we're gonna get to the goodies. So driver disk. This is quick installation guide. So I'm just assuming this is going to tell you where to put your standoffs, IDE interface, SATA interface. Yeah, it's basically just how to connect everything. Well, that's cool. Again, that's your layout for your front I/O. Yeah, so that's your quick install stuff. Gaming series products. Oh, this is cool. This is just going to advertise some of their stuff. Here it is on the back. Oops. Yeah, so it's got their notebooks, their all-in-one PCs, or motherboards. Well, they have a mini ITX. And then a couple of their gaming class cards. So they have their 780 Ti gaming 3 gigabytes and their R9 270X gaming 2 gigs. I also know they have the GTX 970 and 980 as well. Yeah, and then they have a mechanical keyboard and a gaming mouse. And then they have a bunch of their big league pro gamer athletes, or math, or whatever, on the back here, so you can read about that. That's kind of cool. This is actually kind of helpful. This is for all of your cables. Like they're stickers, so you peel them off and then you put them on your cables, and you can actually like label them. So like this example is like boot disk, and it's connecting it from your SATA 1 port to your hard drive boot disk, and then you can go back and forth from your SATA to your anything. Yeah, labels handy. Software and application guide. So again, just goes through everything that comes with the board, and yeah, so then it'll tell you how to use that and what's what and what to do, what not to do, all that kind of stuff. Ooh, the user guide. This is probably one of the most important things in the box. If you've never used or built a computer before, I highly suggest reading through one of these, especially for your motherboard, because it'll tell you exactly how to do basically everything. So hold on, where is the English? Here we are. So for example, this page specifically is going through your BIOS, stuff like that. So if you don't know how to use your BIOS, user guide. This is lovely. This isn't actually cardboard, this is plastic, which is fantastic. Says, gaming motherboard, sorry I'm busy gaming, or I'm not here. Basically one or the other. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, now you have your 1, 2, 3, 4 SATA cables, 2 right angles, 1 and 2, and then 2 straight, 1 and 2. So those are super handy. You can use those all the time. Oh, these are for, I'll show you on the board later, but they're actually points to test voltage. If you want to get that really fine-tuned overclock and you have your own multimeter, then these little leads plug into the board, and I'll show you where later, to test the voltages and all that kind of stuff. So there's that. This is for your front I/O. You can actually plug everything into your I/O, or into this, and then into the motherboard. Just to reduce confusion, so you don't have to pull all of them out and then plug all of them back in if you had to change your motherboard or take it out for whatever reason. But yeah, personally, I don't like to use those because they're too high profile, but if you like those, then absolutely, they have them in the box. There they are. Alright, and then this one is a Molex to... Oh, this is a Molex to a 3-pin adapter for a fan, I'm assuming. I don't know. I think so. Oh, we'll see. Oh, perfect. SLI bridge. That's awesome. Matte black. With the MSI logo right on there. It's kind of cool. So no Crossfire bridge, because most of the Crossfire enabled graphic cards now actually run Crossfire through the computer itself. So you don't need a Crossfire bridge. That's why they only have the SLI. The rear I/O. Ooh, that's awesome. It's got like a little bit of a foam on the back of it, I guess to protect it from whatever, make it a little softer, sound deadening. I don't know. But this is fancy. This is all matte black with some red writing. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but yeah. So that's cool. Labels everything. That's awesome. All right, cool. And then this is like the coolest thing ever. It's just one of their badges. I'm probably gonna end up sticking it on my case at the end of it. I know my build is gonna be a white and blue themed, but this is going to be the only red in it, and that's the way I'm gonna keep it. So that's awesome. Love it. All right, so this is all going to go back in the box, and the box is going to go for a little vacation while we take a look at the board itself. All right, here we go. Ooh, this is exciting. All right, so, oh wow, that's pretty weighty. I wasn't expecting that. I'm actually gonna keep this. All right, this is massive. That is a sexy board. Haha, that's awesome. All right. Cool. This is beyond awesome. I actually haven't opened this before. I opened the box to make sure everything was in it, but I haven't taken this out of the anti-static bag there. So this is super cool, even for me. All right, so let's start the tour. All right, so actually we're gonna start here. You can actually see this is the audio outs for your 7.1 surround sound. And you may not be able to see it now, but when I plug the motherboard in, I'll show you guys after I'm done the build. There's actually a red LED strip that goes along here that actually sort of splits this PCB from this PCB. And again, that just reduces interference between the two and increases your audio quality. So yeah, that's awesome. That's a little PCB there. Here we go, front audio, audio power, your power, reset, and overclock genie buttons. This one is actually a click button, so it's like click on, click off, click on, click off. You get the picture. So yeah, I see some J-Turbo. That sounds cool, but I have no idea what that is. Yeah, so then a couple of USB 2s, USB 2, USB 2. Oh, this red one, this colored one. It's actually red at the back. I'm not sure if you guys can see that or not. But I'm pretty sure that is the always on port. So if you plug this into your front I/O, whether the computer is off or on standby, will always have power to it, so you can still charge your devices. That is super cool. So yeah. Cool. All right, moving on. This, I believe, is a BIOS switch. So you can choose A or B. I think that's what it is. That was there, so I'm going to leave it there for now. All right, and let's see. Okay, so this is your M.2 SATA port for all of your SSDs that come in that format. I got one that's just like a regular SSD. I got one of those Samsung Evos. So I won't be using that. But these can actually, they're a lot faster. They go up to 10 gigabits per second as opposed to 6, which is the conventional SATA solid state drives. So yeah, this is the South chipset heatsink. Surprise for you guys later on the heatsink, so we'll talk about that in a minute. Your 2, 4, 6, 8 SATA ports with your USB 3.0 port conveniently located in the optimal position with a right angle, so minimal cable interference was not coming out the front, and then having to make that 180 turn to cable manage. and your code readout for BIOS and diagnostics, your 24 pin 4-pin WM, 4-pin PWM. Oh, there's another one here I missed. That's a 3-pin. Oh, there's a 4-pin as well. So your 24 pin. These are the places I was talking about earlier in terms of measuring voltages if you want to go for that really sweet overclock. So you, again, those little leads, they're in the box now, but those little leads you just plug in there, and then you can plug your multimeter into the end of that lead and then measure voltages like that. So I'm not exactly sure how to use those yet, but I'll probably look into it because why not? I don't know how to do it yet. Alright, and then your 4 DIMM slots for your RAM. So I think you load it just like anything else. Every other one, I've got some pretty cool looking RAM. So I'm really, really excited to see how this goes together. Alright, I'm just going to take a look at the top here. Okay, so there's another 4-pin PWM, another 4-pin PWM, your 8-pin power connector up here and conveniently located in the optimal position. Again, nice job, MSI. That's again for cable management, so you can plug it in here and then sort of push it right through to the back of the case for nice, easy cable management. 2 massive heat sinks. These are probably why the board itself weighs a ton. So that's to keep everything nice and cool. You see all these high quality capacitors down there. So SFC, I knew what that stood for, but I can't remember, so I'm not going to try and BS you guys. And then obviously your processor slot right in the middle. I'm not going to take that off yet because I don't want anything to get in it. Yeah, so moving to the rear I/O, we have your double gold-plated USB ports, specifically for gaming, so it's kind of cool. Your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 USB 3.0s, plus the 2 that you get from your USB 3.0 on the front I/O that makes the 10, and then all of your outputs on the bottom for USB gives you your 6 USB 2.0s. This is an HDMI. This is an HDMI. It's a display port. I'm going to keep those plugs in again just to prevent gunk from getting in there. Your optical audio out, which is super helpful if you're moving the audio through a receiver. And this is your E220, E2200, sorry, gigabit port, and then your audio out for your 7.1 surround sound. All right, so I'm just going to start counting the fan headers because that's actually super important. So this is for your system fan, CPU fan 1, CPU fan 2, which is actually super helpful because if you have, let's say, a water cooler in AIO, you want like your pump to be put into CPU fan 1, and then your fan on the radiator to be plugged into CPU fan 2. So what that'll allow you to do is just look at those 2 speeds in the BIOS or other program, and that'll allow you to control it with different profiles and stuff like that. So you've got 1, 2, 3. There's one down here. No, 4 PWMs, 5 PWMs. Did I count that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so there's 5 PWMs, and then that's the audio power. Okay. Oh, that's what that adapter's for. All right, remember this guy, the one I was confused about. Yeah, okay, so you plug your Molex adapter into this from your power supply, and then you plug this into that little 3-pin thing, and then that will actually power your audio PCB separately, which will give a cleaner sound again. So they're really, really going for that nice crisp sound on this motherboard. Nailed it. All right, so I figured out what that was for. Awesome. Cool. All right, so that seems just about it, guys.
And that's it for the MSI Gaming 7. So thanks for watching this unboxing, guys. I'm super excited to get this into my rig. But there's still one last thing that we have to do before that happens, and stay tuned for that. Toss me a like if you think I did okay, give me a thumbs down if you think I still suck. If you're a little confused, then leave me a comment in the section below, because that would really help me out. Alright, thanks again, guys, and we'll see you soon.